see something here. I just wanna, it's mighty strange. Oh man, I just ate some burgers, guys. Let me tell you about it. But like I said in my little thumbnail, you see, look at that about it. That is crazy. One of these days, I'm gonna go live at the very top of that mountain right there. I mean, it's no Kilimanjaro or Everest or anything like that, but it's huge. I mean, I don't know. It's a building like over there that's kind of blocking one that's like big, a little bigger than that one. But man, what a view, right? What a backdrop. Oh my goodness. Oh man, my cat's trying to get free. I just ate, guys, so I'm feeling kind of like, ugh. But at the same time, I wanted to get outside, get a little bit of sunlight, and just, oh, man, I look like I gained some weight. And looking pretty big right now, man. I gotta let this. Whew, I don't care. I don't care. It's bulking season, you know. The summer's kind of coming to an end, and kind of got to bulk, then cut, then bulk, then cut. You know, the usual. But hey. Enough about me. Let's talk about you guys. How's everybody doing today on this very momentous day? This momentous afternoon. I mean, it's afternoon for me. It's like 5. It's like 5 going on 6 o'clock right now for me. But I'm curious about everyone else. You know, I mean, hey, see, I got my little sun hat on because I don't really wear this hat too much. I don't really wear hats at all, really. But I kind of figured like it was a good time for it. And plus, my dreads are kind of due for a retwist, but I've been putting that shit off forever. Because I don't know if you guys know about having dreadlocks and stuff like that, man, you got to sit down for you're sitting down for at least like 2-3 hours and stuff like that. And it's basically sacrificing an entire day. And I kind of don't have the time and patience for that. What's going on, Ghost? How's it going there, the Watcher? Who we got here? Jinx 1995. What's going on? What? I'm glad you're expanding. Wish you get the support you deserve. Oh, I'm pretty sure I'll get the support I deserve. I mean, hey, it's one of those things where I feel like, I feel like support's a given, It's like, hey, if you showing up is like half the battle and stuff like that. So I just feel like, hey, as long as I'm consistently having an output, I feel like things are gonna work out. Give or take, whatever it is. What's going on there, Jeremiah Gayton? I sound like I'm like insulting you every time I say your name out loud. Hold on, I'm gonna press a button. I'm not sure if it's gonna cut me off or anything. Let me see what that does. Oh, highlight. Interesting. It's fantastic. Yeah, that view is awesome. That view is awesome. Like I was saying earlier, like one of these days, I'm gonna do a live stream at the top of that mountain. Am I pointing at it right? Yeah. Top of that mountain, because I don't know, like I feel like it's kind of like I feel like it's a major guy thing where you're just like, man, one of these days I'm gonna climb a mountain, and it's kind of like a bucket list thing too as well. So one of these days, like I said, I will be climbing up there, because when it gets night, like when it gets dark around this time, like you see that entire mountain like lit up. Like obviously there's people that live there, but you kind of like see like street lights and stuff like that from a distance, and it looks really cool. I mean, let's see how long this live goes. Maybe you guys can see it as well. But oh man, guys, I feel good. I'm gonna be honest. I feel really good. Just to let you guys know, hey, I got that. I put out a Fantastic Four video out there. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and check it out. I've been kind of playing around with the thumbnails here and there and the titles, because that video is not doing as well as I thought it would do. Because I'm like, yo, guys, come on, it's Merge here, it's me. I think I'm pretty good at telling stories and stuff like that. And if I got X amount of subscribers, I would expect X amount of views, but I guess things don't really pan out the way you're supposed to. Or maybe just people don't think that that's me, or whatever the case is. I mean, I tried to make it a little bit more clickbaity than usual, so there's that also. So who knows? Oh man, Ghost, what's going on here? Killer of all 35. Also, that would be a fire. Yeah, it would be a fire view. Imagine smoking a blunt at the top of that mountain. Like it'll be something great. I mean, hey, I've been sober for little over 4 months now, so I mean, hey, that'd be cool to break the sobriety train or something like that. But it looks cool, I feel like this would be like an awesome like thumbnail profile picture if I was like making an album or something. And plus, like, geez, look at how big my arms look in this from this point of view right now. I'm looking like half animal right now. Jeez, I feel like an action figure almost. Like, yo, that is crazy, man. You know, like here I am thinking I'm getting fat. You know what I mean? Like all this is muscle, baby. Oh man, whoever this Pablo guy is, you got one more time, buddy. Your ass is getting the fuck up out of here, man. What's up with this? I don't tolerate that shit in my thing. Well, too late. And this is crazy too, because this guy's like the first person to join the chat, and he's talking shit, saying gay. Well, you are. Bye bye, dude. It was nice seeing you. Oh man, what's going on? What a guy, brother got massive biceps. Yeah, man, biceps, triceps, all that good stuff. You know, today's actually the rest day too. So when it comes to the rest day, as far as me working out and stuff, I usually go for 5 days, and I usually work out for 5 days. Obviously, I take one day off in the middle of the week, and Sundays my gym is closed, so I usually kind of make that day light, like it's a cardio day, or whether I'm out here on my balcony just doing some sit-ups, not some sit-ups, I'm sorry, some squats and push-ups and stuff like that for an hour. Like I'll just be like, okay, 10 push-ups, 10 squats, 10 push-ups, 10 squats, and I'll just like circulate through that shit for like an hour or something like that, or maybe 30 minutes. I'm capping, but you know, like I just like to stay. I like to stay active. Plus, you know, being an old man and stuff like that, you know, shout out to myself. You know, my birthday was last week, so there's that. There's also that as well. Oh man, but guys, it's nice. I'll be honest. Like like that view behind me. That shit is so distracting. I'm just gonna put that shit front and center for a bit. Like that shit is awesome. I mean, yeah, the little apartments are here. I mean, hey, you can't really do anything about that. Here I am on the 8th floor, but that shit is. Look at that shit is in the clouds. Like, bro, especially I don't know if you guys can really see that mountain right there, but that one right there, you are kissing the sky with that view. That shit is awesome, man. Thank you very much, guy on YouTube. I appreciate that, bro. I mean, it's okay. I didn't really broadcast or advertise or take any birthday pictures to be like, yeah, it's my birthday, blah blah. You know, because I'm a easygoing. I mean, hey, I'm easygoing as fuck, man. You know what I mean? I just like to hanging out with my family, and plus on my birthday I did, you know, we went to a cool steakhouse. Oh, finally the sun's going out. We went to a little steakhouse, and I watched Fantastic Four after that, and then I was good. Like the day for me was like, that's it, because I actually put out a video that day as well. So I kind of was like, this is perfect. You know, I started my day, I got a workout in, I starved for a little bit because hey, I'm going to a steakhouse, so blah blah. But after I had a good, a delicious ass ribeye, and then after that, Fantastic Four, and then from there, I'm home. You know, like it was a chill day. Like I don't know, man. Like I feel like I don't party as much as I used to, but at the same time, I'm also in a country that I don't understand, so it would be kind of weird to go out to a club expecting them to play something that I know, and you know, like because again, I'm basically a nobody in this country. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I basically am. I'm a nobody in this country, so it's like I don't really have the expectations to go out. You know, I'm a homebody to the day I die. You know, like hey, I mean, I was contemplating on buying a bottle. Just you know, me personally, I'm a big fan of Johnny Walker Black or Blue, but you know, I was a big fan of that, and I was contemplating that, but I was just like, I don't need it. You know, I don't need it. You know, and sure enough, I don't. You know, like it is what it is. What country? I'm in Albania, bro. Gayton. I'm in Albania. What? Did you believe in? Did you believe in Jesus? Did I believe in Jesus? I mean, yeah. I mean, I believe there's. My dad is a deacon, so I kind of grew up around the church environment and stuff like that. So it's fine. I mean, as I've gotten older, I've kind of seen a lot, and of course, my faith is questioned sometimes, especially when it comes to the whole quote Israel thing. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to get into any fights, but that's what's going on, and when you see what's going on, you're just like, would Jesus really want this? That's kind of weird, but hey, it's neither here nor I. That's neither here nor there, but it is nice to believe in something, I suppose. Um, Lord, can you say Jesus Christ is Lord? Dang, man, you just got me to say it. You're just, you're Saul Goodman. Yeah, I mean, oh man, go to that shit. Like one of these days, like guys, mark my words. One of these days, I'm gonna do the whole IRL streaming, and I'll take the camera with me just like this on this little tripod, and I'll be walking up that fucking mountain, and you guys will see me. So that way, if I get attacked by a mountain lion or some homeless people or anything like that, you guys can all be like, "Yo, merge, hey, send out SEAL Team 6 or whatever," you know, like, "Hey, he died on the mountain somewhere." I wonder if I can zoom. Oh, I can. Okay, let's see. Look at that shit there. That's the mountain I want to go to. That one. But that is either that. I mean, hey, that's I guess a TBD. Maybe when I hit that 50K subscribers, that's when I'll take my book bag and my hiking shoes and I'll make a day of it. You know, I'll stream for an entire day, and that way you guys can see what goes into this hike, because I'm all for walking. You know, like, hey, right now being where I'm at, I'm either taxiing or walking everywhere, and I'm a bigger fan of walking than I am anything else. So I think I got the stamina for it. You know what I mean? And plus, I mean, again, especially being a foreigner, man, because let me tell you, I have not seen a single person here with dreads, or I would even say, I mean, I've seen my fair share of other, you know, black people and stuff like that. They're here, but nobody that I'm like, oh, that's my boy. That's what, you know, like, everyone's kind of just like doing their own thing. And it's not like you see somebody from America, you guys just sit and talk, because, I mean, I'm from America and I don't run into strangers all day. So it is what it is. What we got here? Won't it be hard to breathe up there? Killer of 35, bro. Let me tell you right now, if it is hard to breathe out there, I think I got the stamina. And I mean, at the same time too, I'll know my limits. I probably wouldn't go all, I mean, if that's the case, I probably wouldn't go all the way to the tippy top. But at the same time, again, you know, I walk at least a good 4 miles a day. And with that, you know, especially when I'm in the gym and stuff, I kind of always keep my incline setting to the highest it can go. So I think I'll last. I think I'll be okay for a little bit. And again, like I said, there's people who actually live up there. You know, I see lights like flashing all the time up there. It's like, you know, whether it's cars going back and forth, or street lights in the sky, or people just inside their house, like, there's lights coming up there. I mean, I'll show a picture, something like that one day. But it's just it's just a really cool backdrop. I'll be honest, man. That's just really good. Oh shoot. Ooh. It's just a really cool backdrop. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, how's it going? Where are you from? Where are you? It looks like Peru from here. No, I'm actually in Albania. Let me see. I've changed the point of view here. See, there's fucking mountains everywhere, man. I don't know. Like, when I seen it, like, I swear, I'm immediately fascinated with the fact that there's mountains. I'm just like, man, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just my inner caveman in me, but that's where it is. What has it got there? Procured the other roof. Yeah, buddy. Leela, what's going on? Hello, everybody. Yep, at least there's no ice age. Yep, there's none of that up there. There's none of that up there, Ghost. Let me tell you right now. Let's see. Damn, imagine at the top of the mountain surrounded by the clouds. Bro, that would be the sickest pic. If I were to get up there surrounded by the clouds, that would be the sickest profile. That would be my new logo. I'll be 100% honest with you. That would be the new Merge Productions, like, profile picture. Because I'll probably put that everywhere. That would be on my LinkedIn. That would be, bro, there wouldn't be a place where you don't see it at. Like, yo, isn't that the guy who was in the clouds? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Oh, man. Whew. But like I said, guys, this is just me doing a little yap session. You know, just a little. I'm just kind of here to vent, because, like I said, today is my off day, but I also am doing in between editing and stuff like that. I got some stuff that I'm in the process of working on, and at the same time, I just wanted to relax. I did stuff my face earlier, like not that long ago. I'm talking about, man, let me tell you guys right now, being here, I've been living here for a little less than 6 months, so about 4 months or something like that. And there are certain things that I do miss from the United States, such as like a really good burger, you know. And over here, you can't exactly go to a place and you're like, oh, that place sells the good smash burgers right there. Oh, that place right there has a good pizza. All that doesn't exist over here. I feel like in being in Albania, the most things that you'll come in contact with is bakeries, cafes, and a lot of markets, fruit markets. Like, think Aladdin. Like, honestly, that's one thing I can really think of. Think Aladdin. Like, that's kind of what I'm dealing with a lot. And I miss having a really good burger. So if you really want something that you really miss that you know that they don't have over here, you got to make it. And not only do you have to make it, you can sometimes 9 times out of 10 you got to make that shit from scratch. And for me, I love cooking. You know, cooking's kind of like, that's like my love language right there. I love whipping up whatever it is I need to make, meal prep, all that good stuff. That's kind of like my thing. And today I decided to make burgers, and boy, let me tell you, it was a great. Like, first things first, like, I'm sorry, I'm about to rant about my cooking a little bit. First thing first, I got some onions, grilled them down, caramelized those bad boys for about a good 20 minutes, so they were soft, they were brown, they were just, you can just put that shit on anything. Then I kind of got the little ground beef. I had to mix it with an egg, some freshly pressed garlic. None of that canned shit, because they don't have that canned shit here. Got some garlic, I made a little batter, salt, pepper, whatever the case is. Then I got the ground beef and I started forming them things into like little patties. Then got the stove really hot, got it down pressed, got some baking parchment paper, pressed it on down really flat, tried to get a good smash burger, got 2 patties. Then I assembled my burger. I put bacon on that thing, and bro, like, let me tell you, it was like, and then it was like some fries on the side that I had, and I made some burger sauce with it. That shit was heavenly. Like, I was like, man, this is it, And when you have something and you just smile to yourself, partially because you made it, but partially because you're like, damn, this shit is good, and because also you didn't have it in a long time. That was my experience, like less than maybe an hour and a half ago. So I'm on top of the moon right now, and right now I am also on the 8th floor on the outside of my home. So I just wanted to, I was just like, let me go ahead and talk to the folks, because typically I'm trying to make it a thing where I go do a live stream every time I put out a video, and I didn't do one yesterday. So, ugh. All right, this hat's kind of get, I don't know. I'm not really a hat guy. The hat's kind of getting annoying, but I'm not really the big, like, I didn't do a video yesterday, so I figured, like, hey, let me go ahead and talk to the folks, get a little, say hello, say my piece, and just interact, do a little yap session here and there, So that's what I plan on doing. Just want to create this community, this sense of fun. Appreciate the hearts, appreciate the likes. Speaking of likes and hearts, guys, let me see some hearts in the chat, please. Let me also get some likes, just to kind of boost this thing up in the YouTube's algorithm, because they're acting a little funny here and there. So I want to just get a little bit more engagement. Let me know where you guys at. Of course, I got to make sure that you guys are all real, and this is not all just for show, because hey, man, bots are a very real thing. That's all I'm saying. So I just want to make sure, like, hey, the people I'm talking to are my people. People from the Heisenverse, people from the What If verse, people from the Merge Productions case and stuff like that. Oh man, and right now, let me go. I'm just gonna take a quick look at the chat, answer some questions and all that good stuff. L, huh? Who are you? I don't think I've seen you around here before. How are you doing today? You got left a little kissy face on my thing. Nice. Thank you, I guess. My boy Unwanted Ghost, how's it going? Let's see, why don't the Fantastic Four What Ifs get as many viewers as the Heisenverse What Ifs and the Venomverse What Ifs? That's a good question. That's a very good question. Um, if only I knew. If only I knew. I mean, I'm toying around with it, being, hey, that video didn't take as long as anything else, so I'm not really that upset about it. But hey, anytime you make a video, you get a little self-conscious when it doesn't do well. So there's that. But hey, fingers crossed. I'm sure it'll get the engagement that it deserves to go. So appreciate that. What's his name? The shit show. Do I smoke? Huh? I used to. Right now, I don't, because again, I'm in another country that doesn't allow it, and two, even if they did allow it, or I just wouldn't trust it, just for the simple fact that, hey, fentanyl is a very real thing, and the last thing I want to do is trust some foreign stuff that I don't know nor speak the language of, so they can be serving me up anything, and I'm just not really willing to take that risk. So I was just like, you know what, I'll hang that shit up. I'm within Europe, so I can maybe, like, it's not out the realm of possibility that I can go to Amsterdam or the Netherlands, or I can go some other place that actually has it and basically have it served with my tea or something like that. So that's coming soon, one of these days. Oh man, Unc, how am I doing? Where's the X Fusion? I'm doing fine, bro. Doing fine. I can't really complain. I have a good burger in my system. I'm out on the balcony. I got a mountain behind me. And life doesn't really get any much better than that. You know what I mean? Full stomach, a full stomach with, I mean, honestly, that's it. Full stomach with AC inside the house. That shit's awesome. And right now, even though the sun's out, I mean, you can probably see it glistening on my skin and stuff like that. But, bro, I'm gonna be honest, it's not even hot. I would have thought, like, it's crazy because last week that shit said like 102 degrees, like, with no shame at all on the thermostat. I'm like 102 degrees, holy fuck! And when you stepped outside, you did feel it because I don't know if anybody's from Vegas. I mean, I know Ghost is from California, but if anyone's like been in the Las Vegas area around this time, that should be like, yo, 115 degrees on the regular. Make sure you bring some water. Do not touch any metal surfaces. You will get singed. You know what I mean? So. I mean, hey, summer's going down, so I guess I can start my bulk. You know what I mean? Start, and stop with the whole cutting phase and stuff. Let's see. Do a what if Jesse was immortal? Nah, bro. Jesse will never be immortal. But like I say like I've been saying for a little while now, I'm not gonna kill Jesse for at least 5 more. Well, I guess from now I think it's 4 more videos. So. Jesse Pinkman will live to see another day for the foreseeable future. That's what I can say about that. Never ever been out of the West before. You gotta try it. I'll be honest. This is me and my family made our decision to leave the country. We kind of was just going on a hope, wish, and a prayer, like things were gonna be okay. And I can't say that things are exactly perfect here, but it is cheaper. The cost of living is lower. There are certain things you kind of have to get over. The culture is different and stuff like that. But overall, it's a good place to at least visit. You know what I mean? To get your feet wet as far as knowing what other countries are like. But this definitely isn't the final destination for us. That's what I can say about that. Let's see, you ever thought of making Dexter What Ifs? That's funny. No, I have not thought about making Dexter What Ifs, mainly because I haven't watched the show, and now that there are 2 spin-off series of that show, and I know that Dexter's dead, I'm like, I don't think I will. I'm just not, I feel like people say, a lot of people from what I've seen and read and heard and listened to, a lot of people say that the show Dexter was great up until about season 4. Then afterwards, it was on this decline, and then the finale was trash. His sister apparently died or didn't die, or he pulled a plug on her or something like that. It was just a lot, bro. It was just a lot. And then now they had the Dexter New Blood, Dexter Resurrection with the I'm like, geez, they're really milking this shit. I feel like they're trying to right a wrong that they should just leave alone. You know what I mean? But more power to them. What else we got here? What historical event would you time travel to if you were completely safe from any paradoxes were eliminated? Probably historical. Fuck. I would like to see, especially because I feel like I could probably blend in, maybe, who knows, especially if I don't get killed like right away from looking like an outsider, because these glasses alone, I can't see without help, so shit, I can't see for free, so that's something different. But if I had to choose, I'd probably want to go to when the pyramids were built, probably, like around that area, just to be like a humble spectator, like Uatu the Watcher from Marvel and stuff, just to be watching, maybe with like a little robe bellowing in the wind and stuff like that. But that would be like the prime real estate, because hey, man, other than that, I feel like everything, even though there's like atrocities and damn, the sun's in my eyes, even though there's like atrocities and slavery and mass murders and plagues and viruses all over the world and all throughout history, I kind of feel like the pyramids, at least building that, would be pretty cool. Like, I'm not trying to change history or anything like that, because then I'd be like, all right, well, let's take a pillow to hit baby Hitler, or how about we do something about the person in the White House right now? You know what I mean? Let's make sure those Epstein files get released. Something along those lines. So I can't really change history. So there is that. But hey, I'd like to see the pyramids built just to be like, damn, that shit's wild. These people are carrying how many ton bricks? Holy shit, that's crazy. Oh man, what the fuck? Let's see. Someone said I love fried chicken. Merge, you look like what? Merge, you look like that. That's crazy. I don't know what that means. Oh man, those shows need to have. Yeah, not all shows need to have a happy ending. Word to Ghost. Completely agree, bro. Completely agree. That's what I don't really understand. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I personally. I mean, I really do like the ending of Squid Game. You know, not having that most perfect ending and stuff like that. You know, it's like, hey, this is kind of a bittersweet ending where it's like, hey, the main character died and life goes on. You know, nothing really changes because that person died, other than maybe he had an impact on the front man. But hey, for what it's worth, that's kind of what it is. You know, like hey, if I were to make a show, and I think that's gonna be somewhere in my future one of these days. But if I were to make a show, you know, it would definitely be. I want it to be Game of Thronesy, where there's no such thing as a main character. Anybody can die at any point, get injured, get maimed, get whatever the case is, get paralyzed, and the show keeps moving on because that's kind of how the real world is. And maybe a person dies, especially these days when a person dies, and yeah, they're remembered for about all of 3 weeks before the next critical event happens and stuff like that. So it'd be cool to kind of touch on that and see where that would actually go. What else we got here? What's your favorite food over here? Over here in Albania, what my favorite food is? Ugh. I'll be real. I don't really have a favorite food over here. Like it's gonna be something that I make. And funny enough, Mr. Chris Watts 313 and Mr. Chicken Lover, Mr. Chicken Man, it'll probably be something chicken related because they don't serve like how you would think. Like because it's funny enough they do have a Popeyes over here, which is I thought that shit was hilarious. But I'm like, wow, Popeyes, really? That's funny. And they also have a KFC over here, but their fried chicken isn't really. It doesn't hit the same. So for me, like I would just rather make my own. And typically, I'll just get some chicken breast, bread that thing up, throw it, make a batter or whatever the case is, and put it in the oil and boom, fried chicken. Nashville, get some seasoning and make a Nashville seasoning, brush that shit on. Bam, now I have my Dave's hot chicken, and that's kind of just the go-to, it has to be something chicken related because as far as the red meat goes, yeah, the ground beef is good, but everything else is questionable because like in the United States or whatever, you can go to Walmart or Sam's Club or Publix or anything like that, and you'll see like the freshly packaged chickens, and oh yeah, here's the no antibiotic chicken and stuff like that. Over here, everything's kind of like this makeshift butcher shop where you can basically see goat heads and fucking it's wild, and I'm just like I don't trust that. I'll be honest with you, I don't trust that. Like, yeah, the chicken, I mean, that's one thing, but it's like a meat that I cannot identify. I'm like, yeah, bro, I don't even want to try what that is. I'm sorry. And then I remember once I asked, like, one of the butchers, I'm like, hey, do you have steak here? They're just like, we have cow. Then I pulled out Google Translate, and they were reading the words like I said something out of the ordinary. I was like, you got ribeye, sirloin, tenderloin, filet mignon, prime rib, anything of the sort, skirt steak. I'm like, and I'm going down the list, and I'm not like the most educated person when it comes to meat and stuff like that. But I'm like, anything? Nah, they don't have nothing, zero, nada. And I'm just like, damn, that's wild. So, chicken is the safest choice, but I don't know, man. That's kind of just what I survive off of these days. Like it's usually some sort of chicken related dish. And it's either whether, and then I just try to, do my best to kind of replicate a Cuban recipe, a Puerto Rican recipe, a black recipe, like a soul food, I mean, I tried to make up my own little Chipotle. Didn't work. They don't really have all the ingredients. I'll be honest with you. Spam, open your palate. Nah, bro. I'm not. I'm gonna be honest. The one thing that I hate doing when it comes to anything else involved, especially when it's food related, is ordering some type of food and not liking it, and especially knowing that I paid for it. I'm like, nah. And I mean, I'm pretty open-minded when it comes to a lot of stuff, but I'm very much no. I'm not gonna have that. Like I've tried like some of the Euro and some of like they had some of the lamb meat over here. Like that's great, but I'm not even willing to try any of that other stuff because it just doesn't appetize me. And so I try to have a healthy medium between American and Albanian food, and the most healthiest medium I could find is whether it's just a simple burger, even though their burgers are like, what the fuck is this? Like it's 90% bread and 10% beef, You know what I mean? So, and I'm like, wow, this is not okay. You know, and so it just depends. And I just and then again, like half the stuff I like to know what I'm eating. You know, like that's a big thing. I don't know. I can't really speak for a lot of other people, but I like to know. Oh, okay, interesting. This is what now? Okay, you know. I mean, I did have some sushi not too long ago, which was pretty fire. So there is that, and I'm pretty. I really haven't had sushi like that, so there's that. Somebody just asked, why do I have dreads? You want to know the honest truth? What's your name? Kelsa, Kiana, whatever your name is. The reason why I have dreads is because I got tired of paying for haircuts. And I think that explains it all, really. That's about it. That is about it. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? ES2 Gamer 2.0. How's it going? Let's see. We don't know what we eat here in America, and we okay. You think you're okay. Let's see how you are when you're about 40. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying, because shit, that shit's gonna catch up with you, man. Like for me, I'm happy to say, even at the age of whew, 33, jeez, I'm on status right now. But at age 33, hey, I don't take any high cholesterol, high blood pressure pills or anything like that. So I feel like I'm perfect as I can be. I drink water pretty regularly, so yeah. And even back when I was in America, you know, like hey, I kind of knew. I'm like, wow, the stuff I'm eating, like some of this stuff, you know, like if I go, like for example, you go to Domino's or something like that, you're like, this shit got me feeling heavy. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I can't. I'm not gonna. I can't mess with that, or you know, or just fried food in general. You know, I'm just like, yeah, I like to look good. I like to look nice. You know, I like to make sure that I can get away. You know, like that's my one major thing. You know, I work out, stay in good shape, I do all this other stuff just to be sure if anything were to pop off, whether it's a drive-by, whether it's people, crazy people, whether it's zombies, you know, I can be fast enough to get away, whether it's jumping a gate, whether it's outrunning anybody. You know, I can't outrun a bullet, unfortunately. But, you know, I just want to make sure that I'm good to get away because, fuck, you know, like, and then especially when if you're running and the person next to you is like this overweight fucking fat dude with a fanny pack on and flip flops, you're like, oh yeah, I'm gone. You know, like yeah, let them suffer the consequences and hopefully whatever's chasing us get full off this fucking person. So, just saying, guys, self-preservation is a must. uh, let's see what we got here. We love our fried foods and work out here. I mean, hey, I'm not. Hey, man, I feel like I'm just talking to Chris over here, bro. I lived in America like my entire life. You know, I've been out here for 4 months. You know, like that. Just keep that in mind. You know what I mean? I didn't fucking just grow these muscles and stuff in the womb and stuff like that. Hey, I get it. Oh man, what else we got here? Do you think that Chuck said that? What? Ernesto is one of the good ones. Word to Coach Mario. Nah, man, I don't think she. I don't think he did, because he fired Ernesto. He used Ernesto, then fired Ernesto within the span of maybe like 3 days. You know, and I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. Ernie, that was his name. You know, black guy named Ernie. That's funny. You know, isn't it one of the Ghostbusters name? Well, no, it was Ernie Hudson. So there's that. Ugh. What? Wow. Sorry, I got distracted by my cat. Cat over there clawing at the door. Oh man, what else we got here? Ghost, what we talking about here? Natural selection, survival of the fittest, most adaptable. Yeah, wholeheartedly, man. I'll be honest, because I don't know, especially these days, you kind of feel, these days, especially, you know, depending on where you live, you kind of feel like any day something could happen, you know, and it's like, how fast can you get out of anywhere you need to go? Granted, you can't outrun a nuke. Why would you even want to? You know, and I just feel like, hey, but if there's something like, I don't know, a zombie apocalypse or something like that, like, yeah, I think that's pretty doable. You know, you can definitely get out of there, you know, hop, skip, and a jump, whatever the case is. But man, I swear, I see a lot of, you know, one of my guilty pleasures of watching is usually like some type of doomsday preppers and stuff like that. And it's always amazing to me that most of the time these people just have a nice bunker. And yeah, you know, we got tactical gear and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, dude, but you're an overweight man. You know, you're overweight as fuck. You know, like, yeah, it's cool to have a bunker and all this other stuff, but how long before it gets to a point where you're tired of inhaling recycled air? You know, how long before you get tired of eating canned goods, or you probably think you can tussle with the zombies, and next thing you know, you're dead. You know, because again, like, yeah, you can have the best bunker in the world and not have this stuff like that. But I always wonder about people like that because it's like you just because you have this bunker, you're just gonna stay alive just a little bit longer than everyone else. Then likely you're likely gonna have the worst death of them all. Because I'll be honest, guys, and I mean, hey, I don't know how we got on this subject, but I'll be honest. If something were to happen, like nuclear wise, I hope I get killed in the blast, like immediately. You know, I'd welcome it with open arms. I'm like, yes, kill me. Because surviving that shit, I don't know if you guys, paid attention to history class with the whole Hiroshima and Nagasaki thing, but it's not really too big, pretty of a picture as far as the people who survives that kind of stuff, And then not only that, but your generation or generations are doomed for fucking ever, So I just feel like, bro, like the land you're standing on, the air you breathe, the blood in your body, like all that shit is fucked now, Like there's no chance that you having a happily ever after ever, So for me, like I don't know, man. I'm just saying, like nuclear bomb, kill me ASAP. Everything else, like whether it, unless it's like some sort of, I just wanted to go quick, like that's just how I feel, I'm not, I don't want to see that suffering shit, I've seen people survive car accidents and, drag themselves out of cars with the fucking bottom half missing and stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, that shit is not, no, I don't even want, no, why, I would just lay down and die, like I don't like that shit at all. Oh man, here comes the sun. Yo, I'm telling you, that sun is fucking, whew, damn. I'm gonna put my hat back on. Oh man, here comes the sun. Do 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 do. What else we got here? Unwanted goes. Yep. Indirect. Yep. Yo, Merge. You know the truth. Walter White was destined to break good. Hell, fuck no, man. Walter White was a pure bad guy. I would say almost, literally since episode 1. In every single episode of Breaking Bad, he's done something wrong. There was no chance in the world that Walter was gonna break good. I wouldn't even know how that's possible. I mean, I think everybody at this point would say, like, yeah, Jesse was likely a better person than Walter was. Oh man, let's see, bro. I'm from the same city as the Beatles. Connor, Henry, Harvey. I'll be honest, that information does nothing to me. I don't even like the Beatles. No, let me take that back. I don't really know of the Beatles other than, yeah, there's Ringo and the rest. But I don't get good for you, bro. 100%. Let's see. No, let's see. Walter. Yep. At least Walter breaks even. Irish savior. 100%. Shout out to you, bro. 100%. Yeah, Walter, he just kind of, he leaves the earth, the world, slightly better than where he found it. That's the best that you can kind of hope for in a Walter White situation, So, and I don't know. I think as watching the show, as cool as they wanted to make Walter White seem, he was never really cool. Like I think we can all face that. He was this lame ass old man who was basically in a midlife crisis throughout the entirety of the show. He bought a fucking sports car. He thought he was cool by he sold his fucking Pontiac Aztek for $50 because he put a hat on and he was just like, watch this, son. Watch how alpha I am. And I swear, I don't understand how that birthed all the fucking Sigma memes and stuff like that. Because, again, Walter White was never cool. He never even won a fight, ever, in any show, in any episode or any against anybody. He lost multiple fights to Jesse. He got sucker punched by Mike. He got sucker punched by Hank. He got disrespected by Tyrus and Victor. What else? Fuck. He would have nearly gotten beat. He was kidnapped by Tuco. Like, there's not one, like, he's just a guy who pretended that he was like, this doesn't bother me. It's like, dude, come the fuck on. Like, and then you got to mention the second that Hank Schrader, his brother-in-law, started talking good about Gail Bedecker, he started to hate instantly and was like, maybe it wasn't Gail that was that smart. Maybe it was me. It's like, shut the fuck up. You know, it's so fucking strange to me, like how people think like, oh, Walter White is cool, like he's this, he's that. Like, no, he had a lot of good one-liners and stuff. I mean, even the whole "I am the one who knocks" line, it's fine, but it's I wouldn't say that's the pinnacle of badassery. You know, it's like, come on, you're with a woman who gave away 90% of the money you earn to a man that she was sleeping with. Real alpha, huh? You know, like, the fuck? You know, come on, Walter. Let's be honest here. Is Holly even yours? No, I'm just kidding. Okay. But is she? Oh man, what's going on, chat? Let's see. I'm not him, is what you're saying. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Killer 35. He's not him. He's not even close to being him. You know, I would say, arguably, the person who is him, two people who is him, Jesse Pinkman and Saul Goodman. Arguably, I would say that Saul Goodman is him 1,000%. Yes, he does not have a body. He did not kill anybody, but he has the mouth that talked fucking Tuco Salamanca out of killing skaters, talked Mike Ehrmantraut into basically being his partner, his private eye. You know, he basically got prosecutors to lower a basically life sentence to 7 years and said, I don't even want that shit. Give me life. Give me 80 years. It's perfectly fine. Like, bro, like, I'm just saying, if anybody is him, it's fucking Saul. Like, just be honest here. What was this guy here? Keep in mind, Jesse is an underweight addict with a physical conditioning and training. Let's see. Walt lost him twice. You're going to say that Saul didn't have a body count. And that's yeah. I mean, what? Yeah. I mean, if we're gonna talk, Coach Steele, if we're gonna talk about body counts, I'll be honest. He probably had the largest body count with all the sex workers that he had and stuff like that. So I mean, let's be real here. You know, Saul Goodman, like, hey, if I can't have it with love, I'm gonna pay for it, and that's perfectly fine. You know, he tricked a woman into thinking that he was Kevin Costner. That's some pretty him behavior. Just saying, bro. Let's see what else we got here. What if Saul was a woman? Dumb as... I'm sorry, that's not dumb. No, that's not a good idea there. You know who you are. Let's see. What if Marie never played the handful of nothing? Let's see. What have to show wouldn't be different. That's an observation that I can see. That's an observation. I'll say that. Let's see, dude. Holy crap! How the hell you've been the man way long? You don't even know what the fuck. Let's see. Only Star Gemini. Dude, holy crap! How the hell you been, man? It's been way too long. Didn't know you did streams or videos. Sorry, it's been so long, man. Oh man, Only Star Gemini. I've been great, bro. How have you been, bro? I try to be consistent with the streams, you know, like maybe try to get them off. Try to get like 1 or 2 out a week and stuff like that. So one is gonna be like in this orientation, the other's gonna kind of like switch it, you know, to the full stream and stream and stuff like that. But I kind of feel like sometimes doing streams like this, you know, kind of gets more people's eyes on it, where they can just be like, okay, cool, I can just kind of put this shit in my pocket or listen or whatever the case is. So, hey, it is what it is. Either way. And plus, again, I don't know. I'm here. Look at this fucking mountain in the background. The sun is the sun is murdering my eyes. Holy smokes. Oh man, that's crazy. Oh man, but yeah, yes. But I've been great. You know, I got some stuff I got some stuff gonna edit. You know, I wanted to hop online. You know, I just wanted to hop, you know, and just see what's going on with the peoples, what's going on with the folks. Hopefully everyone's doing well. I'm glad there's well wishes for myself as well. Like, geez, I'll be honest, man. Like, it's nice just to say hi. Hey, how's it going? Blah blah. I don't even know why I said it like that. Hey, hi, how's it going? All that good stuff, you know. So yeah, let's see what else we got here. Can you show us your setup? a little bit. Bro, I ain't got no setup. I got a fucking right now. This is man. This shit. I don't even want to show it. I'll be honest. This shit's embarrassing. You know, it's just. I wonder if I could just move this a little. Oh shit. All right. Nah, man, this shit got my forehead in full effect. This shit is on fire. Nope, I can't even do that. Nah, bro, I ain't got no setup. Let's see, why are your eyes so small? I was born like this, nigga. I don't know. Fuck, what kind of question? The questions, the disrespect is crazy. Yeah, I heard the siren too. I was like, I mean, even if they were coming from me, I'm like, yo, you know what you got to do to get to this 8th floor? That is wild. Like, there's some precautions you need to take. So I feel like if you try to get away from the law, all you got to do is be like, all right, cool. You need a key fob to get in. You need a key fob to take the elevator. And not to mention, you need a key for the front door that has like fucking 4 or 5 deadbolts on it. Wild. Hello, my friend from Indonesia. Whoa, Indonesia. How's it going there, Is it Joanne? Joanne? How's it going, bro? Let's see. Do you watch what is from other creators? Yeah, I like sometimes. I mean, I can't like the only ones I used to watch a lot of Dragon Ball Z what ifs, and that's about it. Really, I can't really think of like because I'm a bigger fan of like theories and stuff like that, and where people can theory craft and have like their own bullet points. And I mean, originally that was what my channel was supposed to be like, where I could theory craft and blah blah blah. But I kind of figured like my niche was more, hey, I can just tell I think I can tell a pretty engaging story, like maybe here and there I'll do like a movie review and stuff like that. But I watch, I'm interested in other what ifs, but it's just nothing that really ultimately catches my idea like interest. I'm a big fan of, I can't really think of the name of the channel, but I think it was called like Analyzing Evil or something like that, where like it's a guy who kind of mentions the most evil acts that a certain character does from pop culture fiction. Like I know he did a lot of Salamanca, Omni-Man, Anton Chigurh, Walter White, Gus Fring, like this person did a lot of stuff. So big fan of that channel, but it just really depends, man. Let's see. When you're high, you're a yapper or zoned or zoned. When I'm high, I'm a yapper or zoned out listener. I'm probably a zoned out listener because I know like back in the days, I know like just a couple months ago, my thing was I had a setup very similar to me being outside like this. I used to be on my phone, just set up like a good YouTube channel, whether it's a YouTube video, and I would just watch some shit. And then I'm over here just, maybe the blunt or the bowl in my hand, and I'm just watching it. And then 20 minutes would go by, and I'm like, oh shit, let me hit this thing again, And then sometimes my wife would come outside and be like, Are you good? Everything okay? And I'm like, oh, my bad. And I'll just put stuff away because I'm like, oh, fuck. How could I forget? Like that's the kind of shit I am, But it also depends because that's me by myself. If I'm with people, like, maybe, I mean, it's been a while, boy. It's been a good minute. It's been a good minute. I think maybe 2 years since I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and get into the blunt rotation and stuff like that. Because hey, since COVID and stuff happened, I'm like, yeah, I'll be damned from smoking after anybody. Like it's nowadays I feel like it's more of a circle where you have a blunt, oh, you have a bowl, perfectly fine. You have a joint, that's perfectly fine. And we're all just standing in a circle, just talking shit like that. Because I ain't swapping saliva with nobody who I ain't, that's dumb. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things where it's just like, nah, you can't hit my blunt, but you can go ahead and get your own. There you go. Like that's how the world is. And right now it's a better place because of it. What else we got here? When you're dropping the Invincible What If, another creator I watched drop their own Invincible What If around the same time. Coach Steele, who we talking about? Who dropped that What If? Talking about the Irishman, the Irish guy? I mean, I plan on dropping it. After I have this, okay, I'll put it this way. I have this Breaking Bad What If that I plan on making. I'm sorry, that I'm actually in the middle of recording. Eternal Flame. Eternal Flame. I'll keep that in mind. I will keep that in mind. And stuff like that does, thank you. I appreciate that too. Thank you. because I have this Breaking Bad What If that I'm editing right now. Afterwards, that's when the Invincible Part 2 is coming out for that. You know, like I already have the concept, everything laid out. I probably just need to refine it a little bit. It'll be perfectly fine. So I'll keep that in mind. But yeah, I got it, bro. Searching the chat. Shout out to you, Ghost. Let me know what's going on in Discord. It's about what if Cecil raised Mark. I think I've seen a short like that. It's kind of like, is the Invincible suit like black and green or something along those lines? I think I've seen the thumbnail or something like that. What's the next Breaking Bad video about? Triangle Guy. Let me tell you right now. You want to know what it's about? It's gonna be about. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I think I've seen something like that. Good idea. I wish I would have thought of it first. But hey, that's him. The next what if I drop words Triangle Guy is going to be what if Skyler sent Walter White to Belize with the old with a little knifey knife, you know. And as much as many people may think they know how it's gonna go, I got some twists and turns that, you know, definitely gonna keep people away. Yeah. Yeah. Skylar had her OnlyFans. Yeah, that's wild. Ah, man. The real question is, how much would she charge a month for it? There, that's the real question. Let's see. Would you like it if heroes or villains started to appear? What? Would you like it if heroes and villains started to appear? I don't know what you mean. I stroke your toe, so I don't know what you're talking about. Let's see. You should start. Who's to say I haven't, Decoy? That's all I'm saying. Who's to say it's not out there? It's a big platform. Plenty of degenerates out there. That's all I'm saying. Oh, man. Taxi Driver is overrated. I have not seen Taxi Driver. I haven't. Degenerates. Yep. Nah, man. I don't know. I haven't. But yeah, so next what if is gonna be Skylar killing Walter. Next one after that will be an Omni-Man what if. I mean not Omni-Man, the next Invincible what if that I have working on as well. So there's that. Let's see. Been scrolling through live streams and I smiled at the Doritos fingers from 5 scrolls away. I don't understand. Ooga boo boo. Yo, that's crazy. Shout out to everybody who's leaving comments and stuff like that and haven't gotten to your stuff yet. Shout out to all of you guys. Appreciate it all. What if Eve's joined the new Guardians of the Globe? Blah blah blah. Nah, man, fuck that. Eve is too good for that. Eve is too good for the Guardians of the Globe. I love, just to kind of go on a little Invincible tangent right now. I'll be honest. The fact that Adam Eve is such a good character, it really does make the show, and I like the fact that she's not this, oh, Mark, I love you so much. Like, no, she's her own person and stuff like that, I'm a much bigger fan of the fact that she's not this Amber person, because holy fuck, like, it's one of those things where it's like, geez, nobody's making the allegations of black female characters any better when it comes to Invincible season 1, especially when it came to Amber, because it was annoyingly bad. It was just to the point where you're just like, what is the point of her? Like, how the fuck she's gonna get mad at this man for saving the world and she's fucking feeding old people at a soup kitchen? Like, dude, she's saving the world. And then and this is about Amber here, and then she got more upset at the fact that Invincible is the superhero Invincible, and he didn't tell her. It's like, bitch, we just met. Like, I don't fucking owe you shit. It's my secret identity. And you know what happened when he did tell her that he was invincible? Her life was threatened the very next season by Anissa, who said he was gonna fucking rip her head off. So imagine that. She's mad that he's a superhero. He's mad that he didn't tell her he's a superhero, but when he did, her life he proved the point as to why he's not telling her that he's a superhero. So like that part just never really made sense to me. I mean, granted, she did get better as the seasons progressed and stuff like that. I think in season 3 she was just like, yeah, I'm dating this other guy now, and oh yeah, you're dating Adam Eve, huh? I was wondering when you guys were gonna get together. Like, bitch, shut up. Like, it was like she just comes off as this obnoxious know-it-all like girl when it's just like, you're not even like, what is your purpose here? You know, like that's kind of how I felt about Amber in the Invincible timeline. She also known he was a superhero, still gave Mark shit. Exactly, Coach Still. Exactly. It's like, oh yeah, I know you're a superhero. Fly away, fly boy. And I'm just like, bitch, what do you even want? Like, how? Like, you know he was out there saving the world, and yet still you're gonna shut up. Just shut up. Like, you can tell whoever wrote Amber in that first season, somebody hurt that writer. Like, somebody was very, like, that person was going through some shit, because it's just like there's no pleasing you. There's nothing that's gonna actually make you happy. You're just here to complain about shit that you already know. Like, that is crazy. Invincible peaked in the first episode. It was on a downfall. I mean, I wouldn't say that. Decoy. I feel like Invincible is good, but I really hope that the next season of Invincible just kind of steps it up in every way, because what we got for literally 3 seasons was Mark is a hero. He goes on a few adventures. He meets a Viltrumite. He gets beat up. And that's literally every season. I mean, yes, season 1 did it first, which it did, then arguably did it the best. But everything after that, where he fights Anissa, you know, oh shit, he's going against Ancient Levy. Oh shit, okay, now he's fighting Conquest. Oh, he fought, you know, oh, Ancient Levy. Oh, he's fighting Conquest. Arguably, the fight with Conquest was good, but it was really no different than season 1, other than on a larger scale. You know, and yeah, you know, because I mean, hey, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'm not even like the greatest nitpicky critic for it, but it could have been better. You know, like, yeah, it really could have been better. But I mean, I'm a really big fan of the Adam Eve and Mark romance throughout the seasons, because, like, I mean, especially that season, even though in the first couple episodes when he initially asked Adam Eve out, he nearly fumbled the bag, because he was like, hey, I'm only asking you out because the future version of you told me to, because she was a sad old fat lady. It's a long story, but, and it's like, why would you say that at all? What prompted you to say that? And then what was the reason for it? And then she was just like, oh no, I'm fucking done. I was nearly done with you. And then Mark went on this big tangent. He had to fight Cecil and stuff like that. But yeah, and so you gotta disagree, because season 1 finale was probably when it was at its best. Yeah, let's see. Debbie is the best girl, but some or all of you guys are. Debbie, she is a woman. First of all, I'll just say that, Austin Davis. Debbie is a woman, and with everything that she's been through, yeah, in her character development, absolutely, it's on point. You know, I feel like there's nothing bad I can say about Debbie and her character development. You know, like, she's not the mom, she's not the stepmom, she's the mom that stepped up, because hey, everything that Debbie did was like, hey, you know, from taking care of Oliver and taking care of Oliver like she was his own. Like, they're like, bro, come on, like, and then that beating that she gave Angstrom Levy, and like, I mean, Angstrom Levy gave her, and she still stood by her son's side. Like, yo, man, she was like, yo, her arm almost got fucking ripped off of her wrist, and she was over there. It's okay, Oliver. It's okay, Mom. It's okay. It's just like, bitch, you are not okay. I mean, granted, the best part about that was when Invincible came back and he seen his mom broken, and he just looked at Angstrom Levy, and then the next scene was him blasting him out of the house. Like, that shit was wild. So, shout out to Debbie. Debbie is in fact a woman. I can confirm. Absolutely. As he rewrites a character, Insufferable also raised Trapster to black. They knew what they were doing. Austin Davis, you have never been more right than you are right now, because I don't understand that either. Because apparently, yeah, in the comics, she was white, and they were a really good couple. But in this, for some reason, they had to make her this. Oh, she's an obnoxious black woman. Like, you could just see her at the Black Lives Matter protest. And I'm not saying that I'm against that type of stuff, but she just had that entire vibe of like, ugh, you know, you just kind of just got upset with her with literally everything that came out of her mouth. You could have said anything or been perfect, and nothing would have changed. You know, like I don't I just didn't understand Amber's character one writing. Like, she sucked. You know, like, let's just be real. She sucked. I'm happy that she found herself a boyfriend, but at this point in time, it would be really cool. Not hoping that they do this, but it would be really cool if she died in Invincible season 4, because she is basically a recurring character at this point, and that means she's a part of Mark's inner circle, which is fucking odd. You know, it's like, hey, here's my girlfriend. Oh, she's my ex-girlfriend now, and at the same time, she's rooting for my current girlfriend. It's strange, you know. I mean, granted, William is probably his gay best friend, is probably the person that kind of put it all together, and yeah, I get that, but I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it couldn't be me. That's all I'm saying. Do I vape? Hell no, I don't vape, man. My lungs are too great. Let's see. By the way, your future Invincible what ifs are gonna be going into the comic spoilers, or at least giving a spoiler warning. We'll see, because the part 2 of Coach Steel, the part 2 of the Invincible that I'm gonna be doing next is gonna basically revolve around the season 3 ness of Mark, basically introducing the Invincible War as well as Conquest, but kind of flipping that on its head. So it's still going to be within the animated series zone, but anything after that, I'd have to see, because I'm a big fan. I don't really like using still images that much, and I'm a way bigger fan of using, you know, the actual footage. So if I have to wait until season 4 comes out, so be it. So be it, because I can also make some other what ifs about, like, you know, like one of the ones I really like to make is, hey, what if the Guardians of the Globe killed Omni-Man in the first episode? You know, what if he didn't get the upper hand on them? What if Powerplex actually killed Invincible? What would happen? Especially given the fact that after the Powerplex episode, that's when the Invincible War happens. What happened? You know what I mean? So, hey, there's plenty of room for basically everything here. Let's see. I'm surprised that the writers didn't kill her off in the comics. Let's see. They're releasing the Invincible. What? Yeah, hopefully. I mean, yeah, I get that. I mean, I know they're releasing Invincible once a year, but they need to do something about the animation budget. That's all I could really say about that, because, man, you know, I mean, I get I get the cost cutting measures when they use like a PN, like a regular, like a regular PNG, and they just kind of move it forward and backwards and stuff like that. But they got to step that animation up, because it's one of those things where it's like, yo, you can't give us a season finale like season 3, where Conquest fucking destroyed Mark in a city, and throughout the entirety of the season, you don't really get any sort of animation like that. Because when he threw Invincible through like 4 buildings and 5 trucks and all this other stuff, and you see that man's hair just flowing in the wind, you're just like, damn, they stepped up this animation. But then you don't see nothing like that ever again. So I just think when they do, they just need to step up the animation. And if that means having nobody voice actors, then do that. Because as much as I do like Powerplex, hearing Aaron Paul's voice is a little distracting. I'll be honest, you know, like, even though it's great to have him in the show itself, it is a little distracting when you got when you have these celebrity voice actors play roles. I mean, when there's actual good voice actors who can probably do it better and for less money. That's all I'm saying, guys. Miley, let's see, what? Controversial opinion, I'm willing to wait longer for an Invincible seasons if it means consistently great animation. My only warm take. Yeah, bro, that's not really a controversial opinion at all. I think every season of Invincible was like it took a couple years between. So I don't even understand them doing that whole yeah, we want to make sure that blah blah blah. It's like, dude, you can give it a little longer if it needs to be a little longer. Like that's kind of how I see it, 100%. Like it doesn't really make sense. I mean, hey, I get and people are waiting for Invincible, but there's still other great shows out there, like um funny. I can't like off the top of my head I can't think of any, but that there's the Stranger Things that the Stranger Things finale that's starting in November. Um that show Yellow Jackets is pretty good from fingers crossed for Severance that doesn't take another 2 years to come out. The Boys season finale is going to be coming soon. Oh man, and do I dare say it? Like there is a Marvel. Nah, I don't even want to say that because when it comes to Marvel show, like I'll be honest, guys, like Marvel, you can't be good at everything. Let's be honest here. You were excellent at movies. You made the greatest cinematic universe that has ever been put to screen. But you trying to stretch that shit into fucking TV shows and movies and trying to interconnect that and be like, yo, if you guys want to know what's gonna happen next in Marvel, you need to get Disney Plus and have that work out for you. All the fucking most lackluster bullshit mediocre ass shows that you could ask for. I genuinely did enjoy Moon Knight, but I enjoyed it less and less every week when I found out that it's not really connected to anything. And I'm just like, I mean, Loki was great. I would say that. Loki was great. Loki season 2, I mean, there's some hit and miss episodes, but overall, it was a fine series. Everything else after that, I mean, I would put Hawkeye in that category, but Hawkeye was only good up until a certain point because what they did to my boy, Wilson Fisk, putting him in that fucking Hawaiian shirt and having him get beat up to fucking Kate Bishop and shot in the eye, and for all that to happen and none of it has anything to do with the show Echo or Daredevil. It's like, what are we doing here? Like who are you making these shows for? Secret Invasion, trash. Ironheart, not as bad as people made it seem, but it's still pretty bad, and it doesn't go anywhere. Um, what else? WandaVision was fine, but I feel like I don't know why, but everyone was like, "Oh man, this shit's trash." Mephisto wasn't in it, and it's like, who the fuck said Mephisto was gonna be in this shit? Like I don't know, that's just kind of weird, Like I like Marvel, I like the Marvel of the animated realm, like the X-Men '97. Where the fuck is that at? Like that's if we're gonna be talking about anything, we gotta be talking about X-Men '97. Like where is that at? Where has it been? It's nowhere to be found. Like the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, that was surprisingly good. I really enjoyed that. I really liked the Scorpion character in that show. What I'm not really looking forward to the whole Eyes of Wakanda because they brought that fucking What If animation back, and I'm just like, guys, what are we doing here? What if this is Marvel? Why are you damaging your brand with such fucking mediocre shit? Like that's all I gotta say. That's probably why a lot of people are still being like, I don't understand where like you have these people saying, "Oh, Marvel's back with the Fantastic Four." I'm like, it's a good start, but if we don't have two or three more good or equally good in quality shows, Marvel might as well just be another franchise that Disney destroyed, such as Star Wars. When's the last good? I mean, Andor was probably and is probably the last good thing that Star Wars will ever make. The sequels are trash. What's Acolyte trash. Tales of the Jedi was fine, but it's this anthology thing. Like it's just not the same, bro. Like I'm sorry, Disney, you kill shit, honestly, and I don't mean that in a good way. Um, what else we got here? Marvel forgot they had to meet the expensive TV and cinema for yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, didn't they make that Inhumans TV show as well? Like, nothing but bad things about that show. I never watched it. Like it's a lot of so. It's funny because it's one of those things. When Disney Plus came out, it was really it was really like something where I was like, I don't think I need to watch everything that Marvel makes. And I think after Endgame happened, I even felt the same way about the movies because I'm like, it's over. You know, like it's Marvel's over. There's nothing else that we need to watch for Marvel. It's perfectly fine for it to go away for a couple years. But no, did they do that? Absolutely not. They came back with movies like The Eternals and Thor 4, which is arguably two of the most just whatever nothing movies that you could even have. Oh my God. Look at this fucking. Okay. This is my cat. Oh, you don't want to do that shit now, do you? Look at you, you little bitch. Oh my God. Oh, oh my God. Yeah, treat it like a treadmill. Don't even worry about it. Ah, man, what can I say? Merge living in the high rise. Yeah, I guess I am. Oh, you didn't see it. Look at this fucking mountain. Yeah, DJ, you don't even know, bro. That mountain is something serious. But yeah. What would you feed your cat if it turned into a kaiju? Nothing. I'd let the government take care of that. I'm like, yeah, kill it. Kill it with fire if you have to. It doesn't like that shit is wild. Like, nah, bro. No. But yeah, man. But getting back to the Marvel talk, man. Yeah, Marvel did die after Endgame because again, what was like it was just a string of bad movies that literally like made no one excited for anything. It's like Black Widow the movie. Who the fuck isn't she dead? That's probably what 90% of the people said when watching that movie. Like this movie would have probably been good if it came out after Civil War. But nah, they didn't do that. The Eternals. Bad. Just a nothing movie. Thor 4, like I said. Horrible, 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 horrible movie. I've never, well, that like I think when that and it's funny because I did not go to the movie theaters to watch that movie. I waited for Disney Plus because I'm like, I don't think I want to watch this. Something about this movie doesn't seem good. You know, like that's how I felt about it. Like this is not it. This is not it. And then when the Marvels came, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to the movie theaters to watch this shit. Look at it, like it should. Miss Marvel, that's the TV show. I forgot. I watched 2 episodes of that TV series, and that was it. I was like, I'm not doing this shit anymore. Like, done. You know, Secret Invasion. I watched. You know, like I watched a few episodes, but then I fell off, and then I watched the finale, which sucked, and I'm like. This shit is trash. And then the fact that Secret Invasion takes place what 2 years or something after Captain Marvel, Nick Fury is just a completely different person, and so you're just the whole time you're just confused and trying to figure out where things go in. I'm like, where's your green wife, Nick Fury? Where's your Skrull wife? It doesn't make sense now. Where's your beard? You know, you're back to the goatee. Interesting. Okay, you know, like what the fuck. You know, like, so that shit doesn't make sense. It never make sense to me. And then the Marvel's plot, I still don't understand it. Again, I waited for Disney to come out on Disney Plus because I ain't paying real money for this. Like, for that, no, I would not. I waited for Disney Plus for it to come out, and it was a good choice because I'm like, this movie sucked. The green screen was bad. Everything about it was bad. And I'm just like, wow. And then people were just like, oh, but I don't understand. You know, when Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel came out, it made $1 billion. Obviously, it would have. It was a fucking sandwich between the 2 biggest movies that ever came out ever. Infinity War and Endgame. But you could have put anything in between those movies and it would have made $1 billion because they wanted to know what was going to happen next. You know, I mean, Ant-Man 3, that movie looked like shit. Like, you know, especially when it's like, again, nobody here, especially myself, I'm not the most analytical person when it comes to watching movies, but when you can vividly see a green screen or look at the background and be like, damn, that looks fake. They should have took a little bit more time on that to let that part cook. You know, like that's where you kind of draw a line and you're just like, yeah, I cannot. I cannot, bro.
So again, DJ129. Again, the movie sucked. Everything sucked. My boy, hey, what's good, Beeps? But yeah, man, like that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I hate what Marvel has become, and I really don't like the people who are saying, "Yo, Marvel is fucking back." Fantastic Four was a great movie. I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. It still had some flaws towards the end. You know, the Galactic CGI and all that stuff wasn't exactly immaculate, but it was still a solid movie. You know, a solid family movie, and it's like, wow, about fucking time. You know, and with the most intense, one of the best scenes being a scene where a woman's giving birth. You know, so it's just like, wow, where how low has the bar gone? Gone are the days of Iron Man 2 where he suits up with the fucking Iron Man suitcase and shit on a racetrack. Now we look forward to women giving birth in a spaceship and being like, this is the best scene in the movie. And it was, you know, I'll be honest, it was. I mean, it had a lot of it had a lot of good moments in it. But it's just disappointing at where it's gone. So for me, Spider-Man needs to be great because apparently it has the Punisher in it, and maybe it will have the Hulk in it. And then Doomsday needs to be fantastic, no pun intended. But from what I'm hearing, I don't know if you guys seen the video, but from what I'm hearing, that fantastic. I mean, Avengers Doomsday has been in the works for 3 months, and within those 3 months, they still have not had a finished script. Usually, when it comes to people filming movies, just to kind of give you a little peek around the curtains, people who film movies, they typically don't film the movie in order. So that does give them some wiggle room to work around. But what happens when the actors, because these are all A-list actors, you have like 60 something people of superheroes that you're paying them millions of dollars. But what happens when their contracts expire, or like, okay, hey guys, your guys are done shooting, you can go ahead and do other stuff, but wait, you get called, you call those actors back and say, hey, we need to do reshoots for this scene. And next thing you know, those actors have a bald head or a different facial hair or whatever. You guys hear those sirens? That's crazy. But but yeah, man. So Marvel is not back. It's a good start, but Spider-Man needs to be great. They don't need to put out anything, any other shows or anything like that. Let them not do that. Just don't. Let shit breathe. You know, let someone else take the limelight. DC is doing a fine job. That's weird. Oh man, favorite superhero, super villain. I really, funniest enough, my favorite superhero, my favorite superhero is, especially when I was growing up, because I was growing up, you know, around the Justice League Unlimited time. My favorite superhero was the Flash, the Wally West Flash. Like, and I don't know if you guys remember the episode where it was like the Flash, he was fighting this Brainiac infused Lex Luthor, and the Flash, and he just beat up everybody, and the Flash just ran away. But then he ran all the way around the world and started beating the shit out of this Brainiac Lex Luthor. I'm talking and it was wild. Like that right there, peak moment in cinema history. That's my favorite superhero. If I had to give a favorite super villain, man, favorite super villain. Magneto. Definitely Magneto. Like, come on, like he's fucking awesome. You know, like that's all, and he has like one of the coolest powers ever. You know, like he can control metal. What's the majority of this planet made out of? You know, and sometimes you just think like the things you can do with that power just in your day-to-day lives. Like, yo, you would run shit in a matter of hours if you had Magneto's power. And being that he is who he is, you know, like, man, imagine if he just grew up as a millennial or something like that. But instead, this guy grew up as a fucking Holocaust survivor. So just imagine the amount of restraint that he shows on his day-to-day. So, fuck, bro. That's all I can really say. Virgin Productions, can they ever get a better than Magneto? I don't think so, man. Fuck with dinosaur. Can they ever get better than Magneto? Man, look at here. I don't even know. I mean, the Michael Fassbender Magneto was showed a lot of promise. Like he was good, but I want somebody like formidable. You know, like I can't even. I couldn't even think of who could play Magneto. To be real. What's it? Imagine for the Freeze movie, it's a romantic love story between Victor and Nora. It's almost a Nutcracker meets Joker 2019. I hope they don't do that. They don't need to do that anymore. I think as far as the whole standalone supervillain movies and stuff like that, I think that Warner Brother DC's done with that because after Joker 2, man, I'll be honest, man, they lost a lot of, me included, they lost a lot of goodwill because who's willing to give these standalone superhero movies a chance now? Like, no, it needs to stand. It needs to be more connected to something, especially these days where it's just like, come on, man. We had Avengers Endgame. We had a Justice League movie, even though they both sucked. At this point, I don't want. There shouldn't be any such thing as, hey, this is this hero's movie, and there's no other superheroes showing up ever. I mean, why? For example, the Captain America 4 movie that I hate so much. Why was Captain America fighting the Hulk by himself? When in fact there was Green Hulk somewhere around. He could have called him for any number of reasons. Bucky Barnes, you were there. I mean, the fuck, like, wouldn't you have any sort of way to get in contact with Thor? Valkyrie, who's still on the fucking planet, you know, who's running New Asgard, like Ant-Man, like, bro, you had everybody. Scarlet Witch, I mean, granted, Scarlet Witch is dead, I think now, but like, you telling me you didn't have anybody you can call for help, and you were just some regular ass dude with wings? Get the fuck out of here, you know? But that's what I mean. Like, that's what the future of Marvel needs to be at this point. Nothing but team up movies. It needs to be hero A and hero B, and the more opposite, the better. See, Spider-Man, he had it right the entire time. I mean, yeah, a lot of people didn't exactly enjoy his Spider-Mans because it felt like he could never stand on his own, but I would much prefer a team up movie like, oh shit, there's Iron Man and Spider-Man, there's Nick Fury and Spider-Man, there's Doctor Strange and Spider-Man. I'd prefer those because I like the banter of just, hey, we're superheroes, but at the same time we're in street clothes. You know, I like that type of shit. I mean, I think everybody does. Avengers Age of Ultron was not a good movie, but what they did do right is showing how the heroes just sit down and shoot the shit afterwards. They're at a party. They're all trying to lift Thor's hammer. It's fucking hilarious. It's fun. It's cool. It's chill. Do that more often. You know, like, hey, and I mean, maybe I'm alone in this opinion, but I really feel like I like the superhero movies more when they're not doing superhero things, when they're just maybe living their day to day, but it's two of them, not just one. Not fucking Sam Wilson, Captain America, getting denied credit because reasons. Oh shit, he's a black man, so let's have this shit revolve around credit. Like, come on, that's some lazy shit, man. That's all. That is like, it's truly some lazy stuff, man. I can't get behind that. I can't wait for Deadpool, Wolverine, and Spider-Man dynamic. Yeah, exactly. It would be something cool. Just have, like, you know, one or two or three or four, you know, because, and I get it, maybe these heroes are expensive, but it's like, how could you guys not know that this is where you were going, where we were gonna basically end up at eventually? You know, like, why wouldn't you think that? We just had the biggest team up movie with Avengers Endgame, and now we're gonna go back to, oh yeah, it's just this hero by himself. I'm looking at you, Doctor Strange, in the Multiverse of Madness. You know, why isn't anyone talking about Steve Rogers? Where the fuck is he? Why wasn't he even in the Captain America movie at all, even as an old man? That part never made any sense to me. Oh, we want Sam Wilson to stand on his own. I'm like, but he never did anything on his own, ever. So why start now? Even Captain America never did shit on his own. He had Black Widow by his side. It doesn't make sense. Oh, you know, and geez, and to make the fucking first Black Captain America movie just as trash as it was, you did him no favors, bro. I'm just saying, like, you guys tried to do this independent black man shit. Like, bro, where did that get you? Nowhere. Trash. Absolute trash. But guys, my phone's about to die. But I mean, I'm at 4%. So let me see if I put my shit in battery save mode. But anywho, what we talking about here? Oh man, I see a lot of stuff. Let's see. We both know that they meant likely do the blah blah blah. Okay, not too much. I think Steve went off grid or passed away without any mention on. But that's the thing. Why wouldn't there be any mention about Austin Davis? Like, and I get it. You know, it's a good idea. But if he died or if he didn't die, why wouldn't Sam Wilson ever just come to Steve Rogers for anything? Like, instead, oh no, I'm gonna go to Isaiah Bradley. Another, you know, because arguably, I don't know how old Isaiah Bradley is, but apparently he was around with in the fucking slave time or some shit like that. So he's arguably older than Steve Rogers. So what the fuck, you know? Like, it really, it's kind of like you're spitting in the face of Steve Rogers because you didn't even go to him for help, training, anything. Instead, oh no, I want to fucking go to this old guy because, oh yeah, remember him from the Disney Plus show that nobody watched? Let's catch him up. That, bro, I hate that Captain America movie for so many different reasons. But, and I'll be honest, like, I can't think of anything that's good in that movie, and that's bad. Like, maybe some memes, you know, with the whole Harrison Ford, I was dying, god damn it. Like, some memes came out of it, but bro, it was good, was good, was good. But bro, come on, like, out of Captain America 4, nothing good came out of that. Not even the post-credit scene was good. Like everything looked fake. Like, bro, you literally seen at the seams of where the reshoots were. You know, like, ah, like nothing about that. Like, oh, let's drop it on Black History Month to show them that we're fucking no, bro. Come the fuck on, man. Like, why? Like, why did you? And again, like, I like Sam Wilson. He was fine. You know, he was one of the first people to come back through the portal. But bro, like, come on, man. All they had to do was just add another Avenger in there. And I'm not talking about some fucking cameo with Bucky Barnes being, oh, I'm running for Congress. Where's Steve Rogers? That's the like, I think that's the question everybody had. Shit. Yeah, that's the question, bro. Oh man. Newer isn't always better. Couldn't agree with you more, bro. What if Hank called, never called Marie? I think I did that. Virtue signaling is the biggest problem that we have in this world because it's like everybody, they, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm upset, but I think I yapped long enough and gave you guys a lot to talk about. You know, this was nice. This was cool. You know, I'm happy that you guys showed up here. You guys showed up on the old my thoughts. What Merge Productions? My thoughts on Joker 2. I mean, I made up Joker 2. What if that's itself? But oh man, appreciate you all for stopping by. Appreciate everybody for showing up here. It's been great. It's been fun. It's been educational. And again, one of these days I will be climbing that mountain. Mark my words. But until the next time or until the next video, guys, I will catch you all later. Peace.